and good evening, everyone. Myself, Dr. Sangeeta, and my co-presenter, Dr. Simi Kurian, we from KANNUR Obstetric and Gynecological Society render you all a warm welcome to the inauguration function of AKCOG 2021. Though this event was organized to be hosted live at Kannur due to unavoidable circumstances with the sudden emerge of rise in COVID cases, the function was transitioned to a virtual one.
അതെ, നമ്മുടെ 43ാമത്തെ 43rd ഓൾ കേരള കോൺഫറൻസ് ആണ് ഇപ്പോൾ നടന്നുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നത്. ഈ വർഷത്തെ AKCOGയുടെ ഉദ്ഘാടന ചടങ്ങിലേക്ക് ഞങ്ങൾ എല്ലാവരെയും ഹാർദവമായി സ്വാഗതം ചെയ്യുന്നു. സാധാരണ 3 ദിവസം നീണ്ടു നിൽക്കുന്ന നമ്മുടെ ഓൾ കേരള കോൺഫറൻസ് ഈ പ്രാവശ്യം AKCOG 2021 ഒരാഴ്ച നീണ്ടു നിൽക്കുന്ന ഒരു അക്കാഡമിക് ഫീസ്റ്റായി മാറിയിരിക്കുകയാണ്. ഏപ്രിൽ 5-ന് പേപ്പർ പ്രസന്റേഷൻസിനോട് കൂടെ തുടങ്ങിയ നമ്മുടെ ഈ വർഷത്തെ AKCOG ക്യൂസും യങ് ടാലന്റ് സെർച്ചും വർക്ക്ഷോപ്സും എല്ലാറ്റിനും ഉപരിയായി എല്ലാ സൊസൈറ്റികളെയും ഉൾപ്പെടുത്തിക്കൊണ്ട് നടത്തിയ കൾച്ചറൽ ഫെസ്റ്റും ഒക്കെയായി ഇന്ന് നാം 6ാം ദിവസത്തിൽ എത്തി നിൽക്കുകയാണ്.
As they say, abhi to bas shuruaat hai, safar aur bhi baki hai. Thus we are gathered here for today's event, that is the inauguration ceremony followed by the orations. Today's inauguration function is indeed special for us Kannurians, as two of our beloved senior members, Dr. Ajith and Dr. Jose, will be installed as the KFOG President-elect and Vice President-elect 2021 respectively. They say things turn out best for the people who make the best of the way things turn out. So with this encouraging thought, let's embark upon today's event and seek God's blessings by means of a virtual prayer and lamp lighting for the successful orchestration of today's function and events to follow. Thus, the official inauguration is done.
നന്മയാകുന്ന കാന്തി കാണുവാൻ കണ്ണിനാകേണമേ, നല്ല വാക്കിൻ്റെ ശീലു ചൊല്ലുവാൻ നാവിനാകേണമേ, സ്നേഹമാകുന്ന ഗീതമോ എൻ്റെ കാതിലിണയാകണേ, സത്യമെന്നുള്ള ശീലമോടെന്നെ ശാന്തിയറിയണമേ.
Moving on, now may I invite Dr. Shaijas, President of KANNUR Obstetric and Gynecological Society, to render a welcome address. He is also the chairperson, Research Committee KFOG. Over to you, Dr. Shaijas.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Sangeeta. Such a pleasure to have this privilege of delivering the welcome speech at the inauguration function of AKCOG. First of all, it's my privilege to welcome the present President of Kerala Federation, none other than Dr. Ambujam Madam, who has set some very high standards even during this COVID times with all the wonderful efforts that she has done. Welcome you, Madam, to this function. My privilege to welcome the Secretary General of KFOG, who probably I can't explain him in words for the kind of enormous amount of enthusiasm that he has instilled in every KFOG member. I think it's been unprecedented, and my privilege to welcome Venu Doctor to this particular function today. I also take this privilege to welcome Dr. Ajith, our own Ajith sir, the President-elect of Kerala Federation, who in this present times of second wave of COVID is probably all geared up to take up this challenge and do some wonderful work in the year to come. Welcome you, sir, to this function. My privilege to welcome Dr. Bindu, who is the treasurer of KFOG, to this particular function. I welcome Dr. Sujitra Sudhir, the present Vice President of Kerala Federation, for all the wonderful, wonderful work that Madam has done in coordinating the academic as well as the non-academic activities that KFOG has done over the last year. Also my privilege to welcome Dr. Jose PV, the Vice President-elect of KFOG for the coming year. No words can explain the importance and the impact that the three pillars of KFOG has done over the years. And I'm sure that they continue to do so with the same vigor and energy and continue to inspire generations of gynecologists to come. So my privilege to welcome all three of them together, Dr. VP Paili, Dr. Shekharan sir, as well as Dr. Raj Shekharan sir. May all your blessings remain with us forever, and may it inspire all of us to do the good work that KFOG has been doing. My privilege also to welcome all the outgoing chairpersons. I'm not taking names for want of time, and all the other office bearers who have done enormous amount of work in spite of the challenges that a virus from China posed upon us. So welcome all the outgoing chairpersons and the office bearers. Best wishes and congratulations to all the incoming chairpersons and the office bearers of KFOG to take this organization forward in the year to come. So welcome all of you, the incoming chairpersons and other office bearers. Welcome all the past presidents and the past office bearers of KFOG, especially the senior members whose blessings without which we wouldn't have reached the status that we enjoy today. Also my privilege to welcome the two MOCs from Kannur, my right and left hand in organizing this inauguration function, Dr. Simi Kurian, who is the Secretary of KANNUR ONG Society, as well as Dr. Sangeeta, who is the Treasurer of KANNUR Society. I welcome all the delegates of this AKCOG, which is being conducted this year, and all the KFOG members who have contributed in making this organization reach the status that it enjoys today. I welcome the Medcon events, who has been instrumental in holding this conference over the last few days on the virtual platform. Very special mention and welcome to all the pharma companies who, in spite of all the difficulties, have helped us in making this a big event and making us help reach the number of registrations almost as much as what we would have done if it was a real conference. I would love to name Sun Pharma, Zydus, Cipla, Merck, Abbott, Roves, Zydus Apex, Ekesis, and Inta specifically for all the help that you have done. I welcome you all to this inauguration function and the further proceedings of AKCOG. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Shaijas. Now, may I invite Dr. Ambujam, the President of KFOG for the year 2020-21, for the presidential address.
Respected upcoming President Dr. Ajith S., Vice President Dr. Suchitra, Honorable Secretary Dr. Venugopal, most respected senior members of Kerala Federation, the distinguished faculty of the day Dr. Nirja Bhatia Madam, all the presidents and secretaries of member societies, and my dear friends. It's a pleasure to be part of this inauguration of the 43rd AKCOG being conducted in a virtual platform for the first time. It has already started from 5th, and today we are on the 6th day of the event. We have already finished the prize papers, the posters, the quiz, the young talent, and the workshops. And I hope you all enjoyed all the events. The 43rd AKCOG is going to create a history in that it is the first time we are holding this mega event in a virtual platform, and we have not missed out any prestigious components of all the components of the AKCOG. We all met last at the AKCOG conducted at Kottayam on 14th, 15th, and 16th of February when I took over as President of Kerala Federation with much excitement and expectations. By the middle of March, things changed and WHO declared the onset of COVID-19 pandemic, which totally changed our lives. The pandemic taught us the importance of being connected like never before, to keep abreast of health advice, to continue working, sharing knowledge, teaching, learning, shopping, and staying in touch with the loved ones. Looking back, I realized I couldn't do much, but with my dynamic secretary, we tried our best to remain connected and updated virtually on various fields of our specialty with the most eminent speakers. We had regular KFOG updates, which was greatly appreciated by everyone inside and outside the state. We could collaborate with FOGSI and conduct a series of CMEs in all the societies. The formation of a cultural group was another development which was very effective in remaining connected and de-stressing during this difficult period. I'm extremely happy that all the societies actively conducted scientific programs and I could be a part in many of them without having to traveling. I'm especially thankful to Perindalmanna Obstetrics and Gynecological Society for giving me an opportunity to deliver an oration on maternal mortality Kerala lessons learned, which was my first oration on a topic very close to my heart. The various committees of KFOG have also conducted academic sessions, including all the societies. We could conduct one meeting of confidential review of maternal deaths at Thrissur with limited number of assessors observing the COVID protocol. The theme for my tenure was translating vision into reality, and this was mainly keeping in our mind our target of reducing MMR to 30 by 2020. I admit that I couldn't do anything towards achieving this mission during my tenure. However, our team efforts taken earlier brought results, and MMR came down to 28 in 2020. During the SDG International webinar in February 2021, our state coordinator, VP Paili sir, officially announced this achievement, which was a proud moment for all of us. Our vision has finally got translated into reality. But we cannot relax. We need to continue our efforts through our IMOCALS, ORRT, MD and MSR to reduce it to 20 in another 10 years. Recently, I also had the opportunity to associate with the pediatric associations, NNF and IAP, to work together to promote breastfeeding, to implement breast milk banking, and to prevent prematurity, the leading cause of perinatal death. I have offered them continued support from all the member societies, and the next KFOG team can take this up as an upcoming project. As I step down from this prestigious post, I wish to thank the senior leaders of Kerala Federation, Paili sir, Shegaran sir, and Rajshekaran sir for guiding me at each step. I'm thankful to all the office bearers of KFOG for the immense support. I have to admit that my pillar of support and strength was my secretary, Dr. Venugopal. It was a pleasure working with him. It was his innovative ideas that has led to whatever events, updates, Miljul, etc. KFOG could do during this difficult period. He has put tremendous efforts to organize this AKCOG as well, and you might have seen how he has done it. I have no words to thank you, Dr. Venu. I only wish and hope that he continues his dedicated work to lead KFOG to greater heights. I also wish to thank all the presidents and secretaries of the societies, all the committee chairpersons, and also my family members for their moral support. I am happy to hand over my charges as president to my dear friend, Dr. Ajith S., professor and head of the department, Kannur Medical College, a gentleman with always a smile on his face, who is already well known as an obstetrician who has managed the maximum number of COVID patients. I'm sure he will be able to lead KFOG with his new team of office bearers to a much higher level so that the flag of KFOG will be rising higher. I offer my continued support to the Federation in all its future activities. My dear friends, I hope all of you have got vaccinated, and as we recover from this pandemic, we can physically meet at each other soon. We will hope and pray for that. Till then, stay safe. Jai KFOG. Thank you.
Thank you, dear madam. Facing challenges with strength, determination, and confidence is what matters, and you have done it, madam, in spite of the torments of the pandemic. And the report you submitted was affirmation to it. Progressing ahead, may I now request Dr. Venugopal, the Secretary General KFOG, to present the report.
Respected President of the Federation, Ambuja Madam, Vice President Suchitra Madam, President-elect Ajit Sir, Seniors, Pillars of KFOG, Paili Sir, Shekharan Sir, Raj Shekharan Sir, Dr. Shaijas, President Kannur ONG Society, members of the Kannur ONG Society who have there logged in today, chairpersons of different committees of the Federation. Very good evening to all of you. It is a proud moment for all of us in KFOG, and I let my first picture of my slide stay for a little bit longer because it symbolizes a lot of positivity and it is a symbol of a bright dawn and better future and things to come. I said that because the last year has been particularly challenging, but as much as a challenge as it has been, it has also shown the resilience and the unity and the camaraderie among entire KFOG team. I wish to congratulate each and every member of the Kerala Federation of Obstetrics and Gynecology for standing up and showing that what it means to be a team and what it is all about team spirit. I think it has helped, our camaraderie has helped each one of us pick up from the trauma and agony and the uncertainties that the pandemic has forced upon us. I hope things continue this way. I shall go ahead with my report of activities for this year. I had the good privilege of working under Ambuja Madam and Suchitra Madam. Ambuja Madam, I think Madam may not have been able to be present physically in many meetings across the state throughout her tenure, but Madam is Madam. That charm, that endearing charm, the positivity that she imparts, and she has been so encouraging to each and every society and of this KFOG, and there is never a no in Madam's dictionary. So I think that has been one of the most wonderful things, and Madam, your tenure will never be forgotten and it will always be remembered as a president who presided over the federation and ensured its well-being in the most testing of times and in the most difficult of circumstances. Assisting her, again, another person, another ever smiling. I think KFOG is blessed to have such wonderful people. Dr. Sujitra Sudhir Madam. She put all her experience, her charm, and all her connectivity and all her communication skills to good use. And a lot of her initiatives have kept KFOG going academically as well as non-academically. So I think I learned a lot as secretary working under these people, and I wish to remind everybody that it's only their ideas which are being implemented, and it was a joy, and these are moments I would never forget. When we started the year, and it was Ambuja Madam's dream turning vision into reality, and we had already done that. The Kerala Federation of Obstetrics and Gynecology, obstetrics is a strong point. That, you know, those who know the federation should realize that obstetrics is a strong point, and under the leadership of Paili Sir, Shekharan Sir and Raj Shekharan Sir, work has been going on since so many years. So, you know, in spite of restrictions and limitations because of the pandemic, it was not really a limitation. I heard Ambuja Madam say that we couldn't do much. I think already so much had been done. The CRMD and the all our IMOCALS program, ORRT, all these things. And then it was a very proud moment that Kerala has achieved the SDG goals 30 by 2020 and acknowledged on a international platform. It was a proud moment for us to see Paili Sir and presenting the work of the federation on an international platform. So Ambuja Madam, your vision, I think it was never a short-term vision. It was a culmination of years of effort, and I wish to congratulate every member of the federation because it is their continuous work and hard work. Can you ever imagine a team of doctors without any remuneration and without any benefits every month or so sitting together to analyze why mothers die in the state of Kerala? I think such sort of initiatives do not have any parallel, at least not in India. I do not know much about the rest of the world, but I think that, these are things that we should be proud of, and this is an event, and this is the time when we should acknowledge and maybe, have a pat on our back for these kind of initiatives. So I think it's a job extremely well done and deserves a wide round of applause for that. So we had a lot of programs, lot of societies. KFOG is unique, when the president has a vision in her mind, we have all our societies who fall in line, and they all rise together to see that that vision is achieved. And one such thing is that turning vision to reality, all whatever it was, we had big plans in mind, but big plans don't always work. Like Ampuja madam said, that somebody tried to come, and the picture looks a little bit awful, but when the coronavirus came, that was the feeling we had, insecurity and fear and a lot of that sort of emotions that it brought us. But then we learned to overcome it, and how we did it in style. We just, there's a switch from offline to online. The switch from offline to online was very rapid. I would like to say, that everybody adapted so fast, to the computers and this thing. We were used to sitting around a table like this and discussing things. All our meetings were that way. Our conferences were that way, where we were sitting so close, and suddenly, we were all on a computer screen. And then the switch was so nice, and it has culminated into this AKCOG. And then even I would like to congratulate first the senior most members of the federation, because it was so difficult for them to adapt. See, as youngsters, we adapt to these changes, but then the seniors, sometimes they find it difficult, but it is very encouraging to see that the seniors have been the most enthusiastic, and they have adapted so well. So we did switch from offline to online, and we did it in grand style, I must say. Our managing committee meetings where we meet, they never stopped. They were again an area where we could vent our appreciation for each other, all points which we wanted to object, everything was there, all the emotions were there. Only thing, we were at different places, and then it was the computer screen that connected all of us. So I just show the transition, and then we didn't buckle down. We had a managing committee meetings on time, and then everything went off well. As regards the components of the Kerala Federation of Gynecology, for those who need to know, it's about the societies and the clubs, and then our committees. Now, regarding the societies and clubs, I think the activity in each and every society and club has increased tenfold. I would like to say tenfold over the last few years, because it's not 1 year, it's progression over the last 2 or 3 years. And then they're dynamic people. We keep on pushing each other, whether it is Thrissur, whether it is Kannur, or whether it is, when Shaijas puts one post, then there are 10 other people or 10 other societies which want to do a little bit better than him, because, he always tries to act a little bit extra, that way. So, that's the kind of spirit that is there. But then, and that's what pushes each one of each other. We had 2 new societies this year. We had Malanad and we had Perindalmanna. And it was very heartening to see that those are now one of the most active societies, Perindalmanna Society and Malanad Society. It augurs well for the federation that, the new societies do so well. And then this year we had some special things that, when we are moving away a little bit from academics, we had a lot of cultural activities, and societies like Trivandrum and Adur. Can you beat it? They were so active in all our activities and this thing, and again, a very positive sign. I'll take it to the committees. These are our committees. Each one of them is very active. I want this research committee. I kept a big photo of Shaijas, okay, because he has been, he's a real powerhouse, and he has, he's tuned everything. He launched the KOG initiative. It is his last year in the research committee, and Shaijas, well done, and really very well appreciated efforts. Lot of in spite of the pandemic, he's so much of enthusiasm, conducting of so many activities. I won't list activity by activity, but then I think the photos will be revealing for itself. There were a lot of online sessions. He started an online journal club, and those are all new things for the federation. There are discussion points, discussing articles, and all the members of the federation, they lapped it up so much. It was so much appreciated. And congratulations at the end of the tenure, Shaijas. We wish you all the best, KFOG, and then he's going to take up bigger assignments in Foxy, and I think all the best, Shaijas, for your wonderful activities and your enthusiasm. Continue, keep walking. Next is, I would like to another live and powerhouse and live wire of this federation, the Reproductive Health Committee Chairperson Kunju Moideen. Again, never short of enthusiasm throughout the whatever it is, whether he is manning the activities of Perinarvana Society or whether it is the KFOG, he is always active, and there are a lot of activities. And again, a person who has changed the face of the Infertility Committee of Reproductive Health Committee of KFOG with so many activities. Congratulations to Kunju Moideen. I just put a list of these activities as a matter of documentation. Basically, all of us had participated in these activities. A lot of things, PCOS, endometriosis, our members were continuously updated. And most importantly, it is this thought of involving all societies of the Kerala Federation and involving a lot of members, that always wins. That's always a winning concept. Now we come to our next, another member who's committee chairperson whose tenure comes to an end. Dr. Santosh Kuriakose has brought a new brand of dynamism to the oncology committee. I think he has brought newfound enthusiasm to the committee, and so many activities by him. He created a lot of leaflets, and if I were to display slide by slide, it would take a long time. So many activities, updates and whatever awareness programs. It all continued throughout the pandemic in spite of the restrictions. I think Dr. Neeraja is here, and she would be very glad to know that our federation also is having a committee here which dedicates itself to oncology and which is so much active and functional. Santosh, congratulations and best wishes to you for your future. This was one of Santosh's pet projects, the Kerala Cancer Grid and the gynecological oncology protocol drafting. So I think lots, and then he has submitted a project report on behalf of KFOG to the Chief Minister of Kerala with a lot of suggestions, and I hope that the new committee chairperson, Dr. Jeena Babaraj, is able to take over and continue his good work. And Santosh, we wish you all the best. See, these are few of the leaflets which the Kerala Federation has initiated under the leadership of Santosh. Congratulations, Santosh, and thank you for your wonderful tenure. One of the most active members of KFOG, and this is the Adolescent Committee Chairperson, Smiti Sanal. She's always on her toes and is very busy and, conducting classes, and she's so active with the Adolescent Health Committee. She has taken so many activities, and she's supported strongly again by societies. Societies of KFOG are a real source of strength. Kannur Society, Thrissur Society, Kottayam, Calicut, all these societies have very strong adolescent health programs. And this is one initiative, Talir, which is there from Kannur. Similarly, TOG, Thrissur Society has got its own Samanvayam initiative. So these all help in reaching large number of people. 4,000 students, 20,000. I think I saw a Shaija's report which said that 20,000 students had been reached, and 4,000. This is no joke. I mean, this is the way we adapt to change circumstances, and I think that really it is a super effort. Similarly, academic committee by Dr. Sadi has been very proactive, conducts a quiz, and again, Sadi's tenure ends. Best wishes and congratulations, Sadi, on wonderful this. Our showpiece, like I said, is the Maternal Fetal Medicine Committee. CRMD, unfortunately, they are non-compromising on confidentiality. So that was the only area where, because of that, but in spite of that, with all safety precautions, they did meet in Thrissur, and they do have communication regarding these maternal deaths. And as we know, it will become tenfold. However, the teaching never stopped. The Dr. Raji Raj from Rajagiri, she has taken an initiative with Paili sir and team, and this ORRT, the Rapid Resuscitation Protocol programs across Kerala. Again, I wish to emphasize this. KFOG is about all inclusive. We never focus on one particular, it's all inclusive and across the state. So I wish to congratulate that team also for the efforts. Dr. Reggie has been our editor, and he's a very dynamic person, and every year there's a lot of work done by Dr. Reggie, and this year too, in spite of the limitations of the pandemic, Reggie has come out with the spring summer edition of the KFOG journal, which will just come out in 2-3 days. He has compiled a lot of articles for it. I'm sure that it will come out. Dr. Reggie also finishes his tenure. Best wishes to Dr. Reggie, and congratulations for the hard work and the efforts that have been put. Now, this is one slide I that I saw somewhere, and I think that where that one alphabet, the G replaced by the C, and then the change always gives you a chance. It gives you a chance to move ahead and be different from what it is. It gives you a chance to explore new avenues of everything sort of, and I think that change also had an impact on our federation. There were times of crisis and we rose to it, and a contribution to the COVID fund raised by the chief minister again. And see, madam was mentioning about the updates was the concept for scientific upgradation of information and academic disbursement, for all our members. We wanted everybody to stay in touch with all the newest technology in spite of the pandemic. And like madam said, we've conducted a lot of updates, and then it has become a very appreciated feature of KFOG. Similarly, we wanted to have a dash of humor and a little bit of soothing into the minds and hearts of people. And the Corona Diaries, which came out, I think, again helped to that extent. We brought out different aspects, and then one led to other, went on. I put up this slide because this symbolizes that our KFOG. I said that change gives you a chance. See, there was a lot of trauma because of the virus, as is symbolized on the left side of this picture. The virus tried to wreak havoc, but our doctors and our members, they had so many healing arts up their sleeve. So we've titled this, it was an opportunity for us to heal each other in a different way. That's what, the emergence of the butterfly and then the fresh photograph on the right side signifies. It was an attempt to heal all our society members. They got together, and, this was that healing. The part of the healing was the formation of this social cultural hub. Suddenly KFOG discovered superstars, people who could make each other smile, laugh, and, sing a song, dance, and whatever. So the social cultural hub is one of the best things that is, or the changes that has happened to the face of KFOG. We were always a serious academic body, but I think suddenly this hub and its members have changed this, and then they managed to even put on a cultural meet online. My word, you couldn't believe the participation in that. And then it was exactly what is written below. It was enjoyment, appreciation, and an applause for the efforts of each other in the middle of the pandemic in December. So, I just sort of summarized all the activities of our federation in a nutshell, as could have been best done in the short span of time. I wish Dr. Ajith sir and the new team, and together we will rise to greater heights, and we will dream of a time when the corona will stop disturbing us, and we are able to meet each other. I really wish that all on the stage we were on a actual real function, and we could shake hands and this thing. But nevertheless, it feels good to be in a room. Thank you very much for the patient hearing, Shaijas, and thank you everybody, and thank you for the chance to make the presentation.
Thank you, sir, for that elaborative report. May I now invite Dr. Bindu, Treasurer, to present her report. Is she there?
Thank you, sir, for that wonderful report. Now, may I call upon Dr. Bindu to care for report.
Sangeeta, I think Simi has some network issues.
Is Dr. Bindu there?
I cannot see Dr. Bindu on the.
I think she is not there.
Yeah.
So should we move on to the next thing?
Yes, I think
she presented yesterday's general body.
Venu can summarize it. Venu can summarize. You may be having the report with you.
Or Or maybe Vendu sir, or maybe we can go ahead and then by the time I'll call up Bindu madam and just check one more time.
Yeah, that will be a better way to do that. Yes.
Okay.
Because a lot of financial details in that, so rather than an inappropriate presentation, it will be better to.
Sangeeta,
Yes, ma'am.
shall I?
I move on to the next event.
Okay. Did you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes, see me.
Okay.
Simi ma'am, it's regarding the election results. Kindly.
Okay. Now, the much awaited moment of the day. Now it's time to declare the KFOG 2021 election results. May I invite Dr. Venu sir, the Secretary General of the KFOG, to do the honor of announcing the results of KFOG elections 2021. Venu sir, please.
Sir has got logged out.
Oh.
1 sec, just hold on, just hold on. He's joining back. Venu sir, can you hear us?
Yes, huh?
Sir, for the KFOG election results. Sir.
Yeah. Sorry, I got logged out again because of the.
No worries. No
yeah.
worries.
Yeah. So I will just announce the results of the elections. 22-23. President-elect Dr. Sarina Gilvas. Vice President-elect Dr. Omana Madhusudanan. Secretary Dr. Venugopal. Joint Secretary Dr. Shaijas. Editor of the Bulletin Dr. Suchitra Sudhir. Treasurer Dr. Bindu. Oncology Chairperson Dr. Jeena Baburaj. Reproductive Medicine Chairperson Dr. Fessy Lewis. Research Committee Chairperson Dr. K.U. Kunjumoideen. Academic Committee Chairperson Dr. Reggie Mohan. Medical Legal Committee Chairperson Dr. Subhash Malaya. These are the persons who have been elected. There was no election as such. All of them got elected unopposed. Post of secretary was elected by nomination, was nominated. Thank you, Shaji.
Thank you, Dr. Venu. And congratulations and best wishes to all the office bearers for the coming year. A leader's responsibility is to cause a vision and mission to have tangible results in the real world. So let's now hear from the President-elect 2021, Dr. Ajith, about the vision he has for his tenure.
Sangeeta, a small correction. I think the investiture is something which.
Sorry.
No worries.
I would request there will be a handing over, virtual handing over by the present president to the upcoming president-elect.
Yeah, I think we'll have a slide share first from Arun. Just for the delegates to have a visual feel, even on a virtual platform, on what is that change that is going to happen. And I should add on and say that it did not occur just by chance. I think it has been a person as good as Ambuja Madam, who has worked over the years, who will be taking over the reins from the ever smiling and the vibrant Ambuja Madam to take KFOG forward. And now we can stop sharing the slide. And I would request Ambuja Madam to virtually hand over the KFOG President's Medallion to Ajith Sir and Ajith Sir to receive it. Yeah, Madam is all ready. Ajith Sir can be ready to receive it from Madam virtually. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir. We really wish it could have been a physical meeting where the personal touch of handing over would have happened, but unfortunately, we'll have to adjust to the new situations and scenarios. Sangeeta, for the handing over of the Vice President's post. We have one more slide share for that, Sangeeta.
Okay.
Arun?
May I request Dr. Suchitra Sudhir to hand over the charge to Dr. Jose as the Vice President?
Yeah. To add on to the visual appeal, the two wonderful people, and Kannur Society is very fortunate that on either side of the medallion we have two Kannurites, incidentally. So Sujitra Madam, Vice President, who has done excellent work over the last 1 year in spite of the tough COVID times, will hand over the charge to another wonderful person, a person much more than a gynecologist, a renowned filmmaker, I would say, internationally acclaimed filmmaker, 28 plus international awards. I think gynecological accomplishments are something which we all speak of, wonderful gynecologists like Joseph, but this is something, it's a big add-on. So we can stop the slide share, and virtually, Sujitra Madam will hand over the reins to Joseph, and Joseph will gleefully accept it.
President Dr. Ambujam, Galaxy of Dignitaries.
Sujitra Madam, there's an issue with the audio.
Issue with my audio. Okay, now?
It's audible, ma'am, but not loud.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, madam.
Yes.
Yeah, madam. Please go ahead, madam.
It is with great pleasure that I hand over the baton of Vice Presidentship to Dr. Jose. Dr. Jose is, as I said earlier, he is not only a gynecologist, he is an artist, he is a director, he is an actor, and what more. So we expect a lot of activity from the new Vice President. So,
Okay, thank you, madam. Thank you a lot.
friend, Dr. Jose.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sangeeta Simi, go ahead.
Okay. So now I request Dr. Ajith, President-elect 2021, to share his vision for his coming up year.
Can you see it? This slide?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. We can clearly see the vision.
Good evening, all KFOGians. Respected Ambujam Madam, Secretary Dr. Venugopal, Vice President Dr. P.V. Jose, Dr. Sujita Sudhir, Kannur Society President Dr. Shaijas, Secretary Simi, Treasurer Dr. Sangeeta, respected senior teachers, seniors, and dear friends. I thank you all for electing me as a KFOG President. I am indeed honored to be given the opportunity to serve in this capacity, and I do realize it is going to give me a great responsibility to raise to your expectations. I request seniors and friends to give me timely advices, and I have my sincere assurance that I will follow the path shown by the previous office bearers of KFOG. Last year has shown us the best in our healthcare community. Last 1 year, we were fighting against COVID-19. We have learned in this difficult year that no person is safe from this virus. It reaches everyone, no matter their background, their income, or social status. Working under tremendous pressure and under great personal risk, our doctor community has risen to the challenge of this moment. We have worked with courage and selflessness because of our dedication to our patients' health. We have seen the power of KFOG and FOXY. Last year, we have seen the emergence of webinar, and I congratulate Ambujam Madam and Venu for all the KFOG updates and the Corona diaries. The KFOG Cultural Social Hub was very active under the leadership of Sujitra Madam. It helped much in relieving stress of gynecologists of Kerala in lockdown period. All our societies were very active last year. Especially, I must mention the three young societies, the Perinalmana under the vibrant leadership of Dr. Kunjumaideen, Malanad under the leadership of Agnes Madam, and Wayanad under the leadership of Omina Madam. Another very important contribution of KFOG in medical education is that many of you may not be knowing that undergraduate medical curriculum is revised since 2019 admission, BBS admission, and medical teachers were finding it very difficult to adjust to this. But our specialty could manage it successfully under the able leadership of Ambujam Madam. I should congratulate Ambujam Madam for organizing all these things. I should thank seniors like Sridevi Madam, Serena Madam, other HODs of government medical colleges and private medical colleges, especially Mini CS Madam, Nandini Madam, Srikumari Madam, the Jacob Sir, Lidadambika Madam, Lyceum Madam, all these things, they contributed to this. And there were some of the very active members in this curriculum committee, especially Dr. Sadi, Dr. Esmi, Dr. Manchula, Dr. Mumtaz, and Dr. Joji, and Dr. Simi. So all these people actually contributed much to the OBG's curriculum development. And now we have all the competencies, the new the record book, the log book, everything now ready. I think only the gynecology, the OBG specialty could make all these things because of this committee. Coming to the KFOG activities, one of the most important activity of KFOG is CRMD under the leadership of Paili Sir, Academic Committee Chairperson Ambujam Madam and Dr. Betsy. And this year also, I'm sure that these activities will continue. And another activity is confidential review of maternal near miss, for which Rajashekharan Sir, Dr. Yashmi, and Dr. Veena are doing great efforts. The state government consult KFOG in all activities, and they consider the opinion of KFOG in all activities related to maternal and childbirth. And we should acknowledge the work done by liaison officer Rajashekharan Sir and our dear Paili Sir. I request all societies and district champions to take special interest in conducting monthly MD and MSR. We could achieve our goal of MMR 30 by 2020 with the help of MOCAL under the leadership of Dr. Neeta, ORRT training, Dr. Ajith, and the quality standard activities, the Vasanthi Madam, had helped us a lot to achieve this goal of 30 by 2020. But last year, one of the main contributors to the maternal mortality was suicide. So I thought to address this issue in this year because the 2019, in the latter part, the most important cause of maternal mortality in Kerala was actually suicide. So I thought of this issue, and we discussed in especially this our multi-talented Shaijas, Sangeeta, and Sujitra Madam, and made this presidential theme of Find Your Mind project. So, like last year, this year also we have a theme, Mind Your Mind project. I request all societies to conduct workshop on this theme this year and sensitize our members on this issue. All India RCOG is conducting ICOG recognized course on this aspect, and many of our members are attended. It's very useful workshop, and actually there is we get a good certificate, RCOG certificate. It's a certificate course. I have discussed it with them. Can we conduct this course in all societies of Kerala? And they agreed to conduct the first workshop on April 25th in association with KANNUR Society. The committees can also take up this issue. For example, the adolescent committee can take this because mindfulness is at most importance to keep away from drugs, bad influences, positive encouragement from parents and teachers. The mental attitude will shape their future. And for the oncology committee, again, cancer patients are found to have much better prognosis when the patients have a positive mindset. We can and should have empathetic and encouraging role as medical caregivers. So Dr. Gina can take up as a part of the oncology committee activity. Similarly, the research committee can collect data on it. We can consider e-magazines at least every 3 months to reach all our members. This is the new K4G committees, the academic committee, Dr. Ajit Mohan, adolescent committee, Dr. Smithy is continuing, health, Dr. Fessy Louis, the oncology, Dr. Gina Babraj, research, Dr. Muideen, medical legal. Again, it's a new committee. I am sure that Dr. Subhash will be very active in this committee and help our members to solve our medical legal issues. I request all societies to increase the membership, especially the medical college teachers can show special interest in making their PGs our members, and secretaries of all societies to contact all the new consultants in their area. I'm sure that there are a lot of gynecologists who are not members of the KFOG, so we have to increase the membership. And regarding the organizational matters, we have to sort out the issues with registration, audit, and I request all the society secretaries to send monthly reports to the KFOG. And again, at least 3 monthly reports from the committee chairpersons are expected. And if you are not sending the reports, I think we will send reminders, and it should be an activity of all the societies and committees. We can plan series of good quality academic activities in association with the FOXT and ICOG. I am sure our representatives at FOXT, Dr. Ashwat, Dr. Fessy, Dr. Shaijas, and Dr. Subhash will help us in this. We can associate with other societies. One of the societies, actually, Ambuja Madam mentioned about the IAP. They have discussed to promote the breastfeeding and to reduce the perinatal mortality. The Kerala chapters of RCOG, SOC, EH, all these things, we can associate with them and conduct a lot of academic and social activities. And we discussed about, I mentioned about the commendable work done by our members in the area of OBG curriculum revision. When I attended this meeting, I could feel the great talents of these teachers in medical colleges of Kerala, both in government and private. Can we utilize the talents of them and come out with a manual based on the new UG curriculum to help the students and the teachers? So we can name it a K4G Obstetrics and Gynecology Manual for UGs. And I have discussed it with some members of the curriculum, and they have shown great enthusiasm. So we are considering it as a project for the next year. Another thing is the K4G journal. I am sure that the Sujitra madam will take up it at least every month, 3 months. She will come with the journal and try to make it very useful. And if possible, we have to consider it to make into an index journal. And another thing is the other issues. We have to update the K4G website. Again, we have discussed with Dr. Velu on this issue. I am expecting blessing from all past presidents, my teachers and seniors. And of course, I would like to get the cooperation from the office bearers of all member societies and committee chairpersons. And once again, thank you all for making me the K4G president. Thank you.
Thank you, Ajit sir. Thank you, Ajit sir, for giving us an insight about your vision 2021. സാറിന്റെ അടുത്തൊരു വർഷത്തെ എല്ലാ ഉദ്യമങ്ങൾക്കും ഞങ്ങളുടെ എല്ലാ വിധത്തിലുള്ള പിന്തുണയും ആശംസകളും നേരുന്നു. Over to you, Sangeeta.
Next in the string of events is the release of compilation of creativity and artistry exhibited and collated by KFOG members from the nook and corner of the state. The prime movers behind this spectacular task was none other than our own beloved Dr. Venugopal and Dr. Suchitra Sudhir. So now, may I welcome Dr. Venu again to brief us about the same and release it.
Yeah. Once again, good evening to everybody. And respected Ajit sir, President KFOG, I changed your nomenclature. So Ambuja madam, seniors, and all who are here. I mentioned in my earlier speech or in my earlier presentation that one of the best things that was to happen to KFOG in the last year was the formation of the social cultural hub. So their members are very active in expressing themselves, and I put it in my earlier slide also that they're so that particular activity and their forms of expression and their extroverted behavior and all helped soothe and minds and everything of all the members, lifting the spirits and increasing the spirit of camaraderie. So we decided that when the AKCOG was held online, we thought that we will have a compilation, because everybody is going to remember Corona times, that the year of Corona and all these things. So all the activities and the dynamism of its members be compiled in a souvenir or a collection. And then when we started to collect, then we realized that the collection was becoming too huge. And there are so many contributors, and it is so colorful. I cannot release the full collection here, but definitely it's my privilege to unveil that collection, like I said earlier. But before, actually, the prime movers, I compiled the collection, but there are many other people who helped to collect. Sujitra madam was a main person behind, pushing all the members of the hub that, you collect, gather, we'll publish it together. And anybody who submits an article, Sujitra madam will say, no, add them, no problem. Let us add them, let them be seen on the thing. That is the kind of attitude displayed. So the our souvenir is an expression. It shows the expression and the power of expression of all the members of the KFOG Social and Cultural Hub. And I feel proud as a secretary of KFOG. On behalf of KFOG, I released the KFOG souvenir called Heal. I think that it will be on our website. It will be it's in an electronic format, and it is for display, and people will see this and for a long time, and will will realize the importance of healing arts. So we have focused on healing arts. So when somebody takes a photography, or somebody writes an article and a few verses, or somebody composes a poetry or a song, nobody can forget Rajshekharan sir's mask. Can anybody forget it? No, those are but arts. These are art forms, healing arts. So gynecologists as proponents of healing arts. That's what they, an expression is a form of an art. So I think we labeled the whole thing as the healing arts, and this thing has been labeled as heal. So just as a teaser, I will just show a few pictures of contribution. See, one of the most senior members of KFOG, Dr. Kamappa. I don't know where he was hidden all these years and what has happened. But once the social and cultural hub came about, he's everywhere. He's singing, he's taking photographs, he's traveling, he's doing everything. So I think this he symbolizes the the power of social media and the advantage, how people have come closer to our things. So similarly, small children contributing photographs. So many KFOG members contributed to it, pictures, photographs. The collection is so huge, then we have a section on newsmakers. And then, there's this Z-Tangle art. To tell you the truth, I didn't know that there's something called Z-Tangle art, before I saw and read these articles. So it's Zen-Tangle, sorry, not Z-Tangle, it's Zen-Tangle arts. And then, photography, pictures, then, this taking selfies. I didn't know the selfie had so much power, but it brings people together in in the importance of fitness among all. We had one of our colleagues, Dr. Simi. I think she put up a picture of some riding a cycle, and I'm sure at least 20-30 people in the group started, to do cycling every day. So, that's the power of peer pressure, not peer pressure, you would call it peer influence. Like you want to do what your others do. Zumba dance, and the selfie, there's Tulsi. I don't know whether she's logged on to this program, but all movers. Then dance, I don't know, this thing, the power of dance. These are all, I just thought how to commonly label it. As doctors, it's best to call these all as healing arts, and then we put all of these as healing arts. And then, this another section of all gynecologists putting their picture when they are small children, and then, they're wanting to correlate. It's fun. I request every KFOG member to log into it. There's cooking. There's an amazing section on salads and food photography. From payasam to pizza, everything is there on the plate. So do remember to log in, and it's there. And then there's this antique collection, and then people who are putting trash and compiling it into treasure. It's something that you'll never forget. Then there's a lot of write-up about music, the power of music, and then people who travel. I'm just showing you some pictures, but then again, my credit goes due to two of the prime collectors, Sujitra madam and Jayakrishan sir, and all the 17 or odd individual collectors. Sangeeta is here. There are a lot of people who helped in compiling. I thank them, and I think that this will stay as a long memory of the difficult times we had. And again, like I said, the power of arts to heal. Thank you very much. Thank you, Shaijas, and for once again, and thank you, KFOG and Ambujam madam, for having encouraged this. And this sort of thing we are able to do only when the seniors and peers. There's an article by Paili sir, Rajshekaran sir. There's one by Shekaran sir. So I think when everybody agrees, such things happen. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. That indeed looks very colorful and vibrant. Proceeding ahead, we have felicitation by our patron membranes who always stand by us as steady pillars of support. So may I invite Dr. VP Paili to do the honor.
Dear friends, Ambujam, Ajith, Suchitra and Jose, and the dynamic Venu. Such a pleasure to be a part of this. We all wish it could be real and physical, but because of the times, we cannot. All the same, I think our concept about physical meeting and the difference with the virtual is probably changing now. After watching the entertainment day before yesterday, I was thinking, why not? We have the entertainment session virtual, even in our real physical meeting. It was so dynamic, so interesting, and so good. Anyway, that apart, KANNUR is taking over. I would say the dynamic KANNUR, even though they claim to be only a B class or type 2 society, they are not prepared to give the first place to anybody. And this time, the entire reins of KFOG is going to be with them, president and vice president. And of course, with the dynamic members of the KANNUR society, we are sure that we are in real, sure, good hands. And the tradition that we have been keeping will be continued. It's so interesting and satisfying to recollect that it's the 43rd AKCOG. I cannot claim I attended all of them, but there are some of them here who can really claim that they are. And a lot of credit goes to Shekaran sir for making sure that it continued uninterrupted, even when I was away for about 10 years. And so pleasing to see that KANNUR is taking over the whole control. I have no doubt that KFOG will go from what it is at the moment to a stronger position, useful to our members and to the society at large. I congratulate what Ambujam and team had done last year among the difficult times, and I wish all the best to Ajith and team to continue the good work that we have been doing for ourselves as well as our society. All the best.
Thank you, sir. Succeeding, may I request Dr. Shekaran P. sir to say a few words. Sir, please unmute.
Oh, sorry. President Dr. Ajith and my dear friends, let us congratulate those who have contributed and those who have participated in this 43rd AKCOG which was a virtual platform. In spite of the limitation, we had every component of the All Kerala conference, like the prize papers, the young talent search, the quiz program, the orations and scientific activities, and above all, the cultural activities, as Sir has said. Now, I am just taken back to 43 years back when we had in 1979, the first All Kerala conference. You know, the All Kerala conference was the idea of a one man who conceived and executed this activity 43 years back, that is Dr. Paili. And we had all these components at Calicut with the support and guidance of our seniors then. And I am lucky to be part of that team and to be again in many of the teams which we had the AKCOG continuing. Now, with this limited resources of contacting each other, I think it's a better contacting each other with this platform. I hope and pray next year, all of us will be able to meet and see each other and enjoy the hospitality of the KANNUR team in the AKCOG, coming AKCOG. I am sure that Dr. Ajith and team will continue to do the good work that we are doing, and also he has planned for some newer areas, and we are sure that our association will grow from strength to strength. I wish all the best to the next team of office bearers of KFOG, JKFOG. Thank you.
Thank you, Shekharan sir, for the encouraging words. Now, may I invite our dear Rajashekharan sir to say a few words.
Incoming President Dr. Ajith, outgoing President Dr. Ambujam, Secretary General Dr. Venugopal, Dr. Shaijas and his team from KANNUR, my dear senior colleagues Dr. Paili and Dr. Shekharan, and all my dear friends. I'm really happy to be part of this virtual function of the 43rd AKCOG, and thank you all for giving me this opportunity. Last year in February, Dr. Ambujam, along with the new team of office bearers, took over the reins of KFOG at a time when the COVID infection were at our doorstep. And all of us thought that we will be confined to our homes for a long time. But with our collective effort, we could sideline the COVID to a great extent. Neither it could dampen our activities, nor could it quarantine us into our apartments. Thanks to Dr. Ambujam and Dr. Venu and other team members who took up the challenge of continuing our activities with renewed interest. Virtually every week we had CMEs, in fact, more than the pre-COVID era. And to be frank, I should say that we had some amount of webinar fatigue during these days. Dr. Ajith, the incoming president, is also a very learned, capable personality, and I am confident that with the support from Dr. Venu and all the new team members will take KFOG to greater heights. Thank you once again. Wish you all the very best. Jai KFOG. Thank you.
Thank you, Rajashekharan sir. Now, may I request Sujitra madam to say a few words.
Unmute, madam. Unmute, madam.
Newly elected President, Dr. S. Ajith, outgoing President, Dr. Ambujam, the very dynamic KFOG Secretary General, Dr. Venu, and all the other dignitaries gathered here today. Actually, I would like to congratulate Dr. Ambujam and Dr. Venu for converting the obstacle of COVID into an opportunity. They really could change the flow of the tide. And I must especially mention the KFOG Hub, Social and Cultural Hub, which was the blossom which came out of the sea of distress of COVID. And it really de-stressed us and brought out so many talents. And the KFOG souvenir, I think, is the Vishu gift from Dr. Venu and all others to all the members of the KFOG, because it is the quintessence of all the talents which were displayed in the hub. I hope the hub will go on like this. And we are looking forward to a very active year with our solid pillar of support, Dr. S. Ajith. I don't know whether if you all know, in Kannur, if any of us have any professional problem, the first person we call is Dr. Ajith. And he is sure to take up the phone, whether he is in the hospital or wherever he is, he will reply to us and give us the correct advice. So he is both Dr. Ajith as well as Dr. Jose are forefront COVID warriors. And we are really happy that they are at the helm this year. And of course, with our very dynamic SSS team, that is Shaijas, Simi, and Sangeeta, they are the PST, President, Secretary, Treasurer. They are the real rocking team, very talented, very active. And all of us are so happy that we will do our very best to support the President in every way possible. And I'm sure we will have a very active year. And I hope it will be goodbye to COVID this year. So wishing you all a happy Vishu. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to say a few words. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Everything with a beginning has an end. And thus we have reached the culmination of our inauguration function. And I request Dr. Simi to render a vote of thanks.
Once again, good evening, everybody. Respected KFOG President Ajith Sir, Secretary General Dr. Venu, Ambuja Madam, newly elected Vice President Jose Sir, Sujitra Madam, all the newly elected KFOG office bearers, senior KFOG members, and my dear friends. It's my pleasant privilege to say a vote of thanks on this wonderful occasion. Let me express my sincere gratitude and thanks to Ambuja Madam, who has given us the presidential address after her wonderful tenure as the KFOG President. I also extend my thanks to Dr. Venu, the ever-dynamic Secretary General of KFOG. Let me also thank Dr. Bindu, the Treasurer of KFOG, for all the sincere works and support. My sincere thanks to Ajith Sir, the new President, and Jose Sir, the new Vice President of KFOG, who has taken the anger of this wonderful federation, our KFOG. Let's all wish them success in all their ventures in the coming year. Let me also thank the strong pillars of our KFOG, our dear Paili Sir, Shegran Sir, and Rajashegran Sir, who have given the felicitations today. Also, let me thank Sujitra Madam for all her encouragement. My sincere thanks and best wishes to all the new office bearers and committee chairpersons of the present upcoming year. Let me also thank Dr. Shaijas and Dr. Sangeeta, who have worked tirelessly for this event. Last but not the least, my sincere thanks to all the KFOG members who are watching this program and encouraging us. Let me also thank the team giving us all the technical support for the smooth conduct of this event. Thank you all once again. Thank you.